If you've had thyroid eye disease for years, and the pain in the back of your eye is forcing bad words from your mouth, it's not too late for another treatment option. To learn more, visit treatted.com. That's treat.com.
Skin your face will envy? With Olay Hyaluronic Body Lotion, 95% of women had visibly smoother skin. Be fearless with Olay Hyaluronic Body Lotion and Body Wash.
The biggest of the biggest, it's E.T.
The Oscars. Woo!
It just feels like this cherry on top.
Join us Monday for so many Oscar firsts.
It feels incredible.
The what's happening now?
It's been a year since a 40-year-old man was shot and killed, and still no lead as to who is responsible for his death. We spoke to the victim's mother, who says she is remembering her son and clinging on to hope that justice will be served.
A noticeably warmer start to the weekend is in store on Saturday, but more temperature changes are in the forecast as a second cold front moves in. We'll get you a full look at that weekend forecast coming up in a few.
How would you like to have unlimited access to your family doctor with no copay? Well, you can. It's called Direct Primary Care. We're going to show you how you can sign up for it and why it's gaining so much momentum. The News at 5 starts right now.
We begin with breaking news coming into the KSAT 12 newsroom within the last hour. San Antonio police have arrested this man, 19-year-old Christian Ray Bermudez, for 2 murders.
SAPD arresting Bermudez just after 3 this afternoon. He's accused of killing 2 19-year-olds, Gabriel Sanchez and Sana McNeil. It happened last January at a hotel on the northeast side. Bermudez is charged with 2 counts of capital murder. Also first at 5, a Charlotte ISD employee now in custody, accused of providing illegal drugs to students.
Charlotte Police Chief Rick Luna confirming to our KSAT Investigates team that 33-year-old Felicia Pesquera, a paraprofessional facing 9 counts of delivery of a controlled substance to a child. Sources familiar with the investigation say she's accused of giving high school students marijuana edibles.
And this is not the first school district she's faced trouble with. Records obtained by KSAT Investigates show Pesquera was fired from Pearsall ISD back in May for dragging a child with special needs. As of last week, that investigation is still open with the Texas Education Agency. Pesquera was booked into the Atascosa County Jail yesterday. Charlotte ISD has not yet said how Pesquera was able to get hired by the district.
And now to a mother who needs your help. She is demanding answers, seeking justice after the death of her only child, who was gunned down a year ago this month.
Jonathan Cotto with a new view on how the shooter arrived at the scene, how he got away, and the hope that this will help find a killer.
You look at memories and you smile, but at the same time, you know that there's no more memories to be made. And that hurts.
40-year-old Scott Carter was Sandra's only child.
He was small in stature, but he had a big heart.
He was shot and killed exactly a year ago this month, and still, no one to blame for his death.
And basically, at this point, I mean, I'm just being told they're still working on it, so they haven't made it a cold case, but again, they say it takes time.
Police responded to the 500 block of Storywood Drive. This is where Scott Carter was seen leaving his house. He was making his way to work. As he approached his car, a person stepped out of a truck, walked up to Carter, and shot him.
Surveillance video footage shows that exact moment. At approximately 6:40 in the morning, the gunman was dropped off by a black Ford F-150 crew cab.
They shot him, and then they ran off and got back into the truck. And then they actually drove by the scene and took off.
Carter not only left behind his mom and dad, but also his 14-year-old son.
His dad will no longer be there to help him, you know, celebrate the good things in life, or even be there to help him through those difficult times that he'll experience in life.
Carter says she is hopeful justice will be served.
We know that if justice doesn't come, that one day they'll stand before God and justice will be served.
Anyone with any information is asked to call Crime Stoppers at 210-224-STOP. Reporting Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
A third person is now in jail in the aftermath of the deadly dog attack 2 weeks ago on the west side. This time, the charge is threatening a witness. Court records show 26-year-old Destiny Cardona, who is the sister of one of the dog's owners, was arrested yesterday afternoon. She is charged with retaliation. It's a third-degree felony. According to the arrest warrant, Cardona went to her sister's home on Delphi Street last week and approached a neighbor who was seen on TV speaking about that dog attack. The affidavit says Cardona threatened to kill the witness and their family members. Cardona is currently in the Bexar County Jail on a $25,000 bond. At last check, the dog's owners, Christian Moreno and Abilene Schneider, are still behind bars, too.
San Antonio police are working to solve the murder of a man on the city's northeast side. According to SAPD, people reported hearing gunshots sometime around 8 last night near Gibbs Sproul Road and Castle Cross Drive. Officers found a 37-year-old man inside his car with gunshot wounds. A police report says witnesses heard the shots, saw a man running from the car. The victim died at the hospital. Police have not found the shooter yet.
A driver taken into custody for DWI after crashing his vehicle with children inside. It happened around 10:15 last night in the 600 block of Hortensia Street. That's near Meridell Avenue and West Commerce Street. SAPD says a man hit another vehicle near the intersection of Hortensia and Meridell. That man arrested had 2 young children inside. The other vehicle occupied by a man and a woman. Officers took the man into custody on suspicion of DWI.
A powerful Mexican drug cartel now allegedly taking responsibility for the kidnapping of 4 Americans in Matamoros. This image shows 5 men tied up near a truck in the same area where that abduction happened. Officials say there was a handwritten note on the windshield from the Gulf cartel. A portion of that note read, quote, "We have decided to deliver those involved and directly responsible," end quote. Latavia McGee, Eric Williams found alive in a wooden shack outside of town. The bodies of Shaid Woodward and Zindell Brown were found at the same location.
It was my baby, you know, and for him to be taken from me like that, it was very, very hurtful.
Despite the note, Mexican authorities are still investigating if the 5 men tied up and shown in that picture were actually involved in the kidnappings.
Poor California, it's dealing with yet another winter storm, and this time, heavy rain is causing flooding and fears of mudslides. That state's already been dealt with back-to-back blizzards. It's now in line for FEMA assistance. ABC's Tim Pullum reports the new weather emergency comes as some residents remain trapped from the first emergency.
Wild, wet weather tightening its grip on California. A new winter storm moving in, soaking parts of the state. Near San Francisco Bay, heavy rains shut down Highway 12, turning the road into a river. Look at this, flash flooding washing away this main road through town. In the Central Valley, evacuation warnings. Crews are rushing to install sandbags and concrete barriers ahead of more rain.
Once this thing comes out of its banks, we aren't going to be able to stop it.
The storm also bringing more snow.
That's created an incredible mess in front of my house, and I live in a snow cave.
In the Sierra Nevada mountains, up to 8 more feet of snow could fall where homes and businesses were buried in recent back-to-back storms. Kathy Dubois now worried about what heavy rain could do to her snow-packed roof.
It's scary. I mean, it's frightening, and we've had a long winter as it was. Right. Enough, Uncle.
In Southern California, at least 13 dead in mountain communities east of Los Angeles. Residents trapped in their home for weeks, running out of food and heat. President Biden declaring a federal emergency, sending FEMA to more than 30 counties in the state impacted by severe weather. The atmospheric river hitting California as forecasters track a different system in the Midwest.
More than 9,400 people under evacuation orders, approximately 54,000 plus people without power.
As the storms move east, the South could see severe thunderstorms with damaging winds, tornadoes, and large hail. Tim Pulliam, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And thankfully, nothing to that extent here in South Central Texas, but I do wish we would be able to find just a little bit of rain out there. Today, temperatures not quite as warm as what we saw out there yesterday, thanks to the front that we had move through overnight. For the most part, temperatures topped off in the 70s. We did have a few low 80s out there, 81 in Del Rio, 81 as well, stretching over to Eagle Pass, closer to Bexar County, 76 in Bulverde, 77 over in the Windcrest area, 79 over in Lavernia. If you're stepping out for any of those Friday evening plans, still holding on to some of the humidity. Mostly clear skies, though, over the next few hours. Temperatures falling into the low 70s by 7 p.m. and then into the 60s later tonight. This weekend, warmer tomorrow, near about 90, but another front moves in on Sunday and could change that into next week. We'll have those details coming up in just a few.
Thank you, Mia. We want to take a look outside with your traffic authority. Sun shining brightly out there, but the traffic moving very slowly on 410 headed westbound at Jackson Keller. Nothing really to report, just the regular commuter traffic.
Today, the White House hailing its economic plan. The economy added 311,000 jobs last month, outpacing expectations. But it comes as the Federal Reserve is considering raising interest rates to tame inflation. The Labor Department's report shows that unemployment rate actually rose to 3.6%. The average wage growth also slowed, rising just 0.2%. It's the smallest increase in a year. The Federal Reserve's next decision could depend on next week's Consumer Price Index report.
Workers are getting hammered right now by inflation, and especially things like rent. There's groceries and there's gas.
Even with the U.S. economy outperforming expectations, some economists still expect a recession, saying there's no way the Fed can raise rates this quickly without one.
It's being called the Netflix of healthcare. You pay a monthly subscription fee and you get unlimited access to your family doctor. What is known as direct primary care is not a new idea, but it is an idea that's gaining momentum. 12 Your Size Marilyn Moritz takes a look at one doctor's office to find out how this works.
Okay, big breath in and out.
His patients call him Dr. Roger. He diagnoses illness, treats injuries, writes prescriptions. What he does not do is take insurance. He says there's just no need here.
Like, everybody has insurance for their car, but we don't use it to change the oil, right?
Dr. Motsagemba's practice is called Direct Med Clinic. Members pay a monthly flat fee, $89 for adults, $39 for kids. They get unlimited access to visit, text, video chat, no copays. Basics like strep tests and antibiotic shots are covered. Things like x-rays or some labs are extra, but at a lower rate, no surprises.
How's that? I mean, how is that for contrast in the traditional medical system?
He says he offers his patients and small businesses affordable access.
Everything going okay with your kids?
Danielle Haywood figures she's saving $500 a month compared to her former insurance premium.
It's huge for me, especially being a single mom of 2 kids.
She does still have low-cost, high-deductible insurance just in case of a catastrophe, which Motsagemba does recommend.
From the doctor's perspective, it is so fun and refreshing to practice this way.
He has fewer patients this way, spends more quality time with them without insurance dictating treatment. Critics of direct primary care warn it could actually get expensive for people without adequate insurance because it does not cover things like specialists or hospital stays.
It might not be a good fit for everybody. You know, some people might have great insurance from their company or their spouse's company, but there's so many people that need what we have.
Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
We might be done with cedar, but oak pollen season arriving in full force. Learn what you can do against allergies and what brings a record number of pollen.
I'm Myra Arthur, and here's what's coming your way on the news at 6 o'clock today. A home set up to be a rescue kennel for dozens of dogs is now under investigation by the Bexar County Sheriff's Office. What deputies say they found at this house, and we hear from the dog trainer about what she says went wrong here. Plus, you've heard about good cholesterol and bad cholesterol. Well, now some new research is challenging some of the basics of cholesterol and heart attack risk that we all thought we knew. What researchers say that race has to do with this. All that and more today on the news at 6.
Thank you, Myra. With spring also comes pollen season. You might be dealing with itchy eyes, scratchy throat, congestion. Luckily, there are ways to control those symptoms. Oak pollen heavy this month and the next after an outrageously high cedar season. Some experts say the record pollen count could be tied to climate change. And keep in mind a rule of thumb for kids and allergies. Doctors say children 3 years old and under are not usually prone to allergic reactions from pollen. So if your child around that age is sick, might actually be from something else.
The most common reason they are having persistent nasal symptoms is either the recurring infections, they go to daycare, and every week or 2 weeks they get exposed to yet a different virus, that the parents smoke, and those two factors are very, very common.
Dr. Guajardo then goes on to say, remember to get your allergy shots and load up on allergy pills because the oak pollen could last for weeks.
We're going to take a live look over the Arneson River Theater. A beautiful day to be on the Riverwalk. Not going to sweat out there, that's for sure.
Yeah, it is a lot nicer out there, I guess, temperature-wise compared to where we were yesterday. We still do have the humidity in place today. That front didn't do a whole lot for us when it comes to filtering in drier air back into South Central Texas, but temperatures were a bit cooler than what we found out there yesterday. Again, for the most part, we were in the upper 70s. We did find a few low 80s, especially the farther west that you went. And also, talking about oak pollen, still high out there today. We'll see what this weekend's numbers bring in. All right, speaking of the weekend, tomorrow morning, because we still do have that moisture in place, some areas of patchy fog will certainly be possible. So if you're going to step out the road, head into any spring break plans this weekend, know that early tomorrow we could find some hindered visibility out there because of that fog. It is going to be noticeably warmer. Dare I say hot in some spots, with those temperatures climbing into the upper 80s and low 90s out there tomorrow afternoon. But if that is too warm for you for this time of year, we've got a second cold front that's going to move in Sunday morning. That one is going to filter in some cooler and drier air for the start of next week. And it also is going to do so via a breezy north wind. You'll notice some wind gusts, especially by the back half of the weekend. And then into early next week, there's that cooler air, some chilly mornings followed by some cooler afternoons in the forecast. So we'll talk all about it, starting off though with a look at temperatures across the Lone Star State. This Friday evening, you can see that front that moved through overnight. That is now stalled well off to our south. Some cooler temperatures across the northern half of Texas, 63 in Waco, 66 in Dallas. For us here in San Antonio, still sitting at 77 degrees. Now I mentioned that moisture, taking a look at the dew points, which is how we measure that moisture in the lower levels of the atmosphere, still in that muggy range for a good part of the area. That will continue to be the theme later this evening through the overnight hours and into our Saturday. So still expecting some of those sticky conditions out there, especially by tomorrow morning. You can see here on our futurecast in terms of the fog development as well as low level cloud cover by about 4 a.m. tomorrow. Some reduced visibility out there that continues into any early Saturday morning plans, but then about 9 to 10 o'clock, we should see all of that break up and then lift on out of here. Temperature wise, low to mid 60s kicks off the day here in San Antonio tomorrow. Again, a lot like what we've seen over the past several days. Morning low level cloud cover breaking up and leading way to more peaks of sunshine into the afternoon hours. Tomorrow, I do think we will find mostly sunny skies, especially by about 3 to 4 p.m. And then notice those temperatures, that sunshine combined with the southwest wind, helping those afternoon highs climb well above average for this time of year. Upper 80s, low 90s possible. Right now around 89 officially is that forecast high here in town. 92 in Pleasanton, 92 in Sabinal, 90 over in Bandera, 85 up in Bulverde for the first half of the weekend's plans. But then we see that second cold front move in Sunday morning. Still is going to take a little while for that cooler air to fully settle in, so I do still think as of right now we'll top off in the low 80s for your Sunday, but then notice into Monday and Tuesday, 60s, a little bit cooler than average for this time of year, and then we'll start to see more temperature swings yet again into the back half of next week. That next front, though, all associated with that area of low pressure off to our northwest, and we'll see that move in early Sunday morning. That will filter in some drier air as well into Monday and Tuesday. We'll also see, though, if maybe we can't find a few showers, try to overcome overcome some of that lower humidity by the first half of next week as well, guys.
Wouldn't that be nice?
There you go.
Thank you, Mia.
All right, the Spurs end their break, and they don't get a break coming back. I mean, they're playing the team with the best record in the West.
Yeah, the Denver Nuggets, led by the Joker himself, probably going to win his third MVP in a row. But you know what, though? The Spurs, over these last 4 days, they didn't play a game, but they got in a lot of practice time. And the Dallas Cowboys saved a lot of money by restructuring 2 contracts. Coming up.
Definitely weird having this little stretch here and this late into the season, but we definitely took advantage of it.
Spurs got an early spring break of sorts with nearly 5 days off, and the Silver and Black used the time to get ready for the final 4 weeks of the regular season on game day. The Spurs are home tonight to start a 6-game homestand, their longest stretch of home games this season. First up, the #1 team in the Western Conference, the Denver Nuggets. Blake Wesley, Dominic Barlow, and Julian Champagnie were all assigned to the Austin Spurs and will not be with the parent club for this one. The Spurs last played on Sunday when they lost at the Houston Rockets 142-110, dropping the home-and-home series to the Rockets. With all the time off this week, the Spurs got to practice more than usual, and Pop was able to teach his guys a thing or two.
Yeah, they're definitely teaching every single day. We're a young team. We're still learning and experiencing new things every single day. So there's a lot of teaching going on, a lot of learning going on, and we're just able and lucky that, the group that we have, we're eager to learn and excited for those times.
Spurs and Nuggets play tonight at 7 at the AT&T Center. The Dallas Cowboys are back under the salary cap and now have some money to spend on players. They restructured the deals of quarterback Dak Prescott and offensive lineman Zach Martin. That will save nearly $30 million in cap space for the 2023 season. Reworking Dak's deal will save the boys around $22 million of next season's cap, and Martin's deal saves them about $8 million. The Cowboys will likely do the same on a couple of other players in the next few days before the start of free agency next week. They were reportedly $16 million over the cap before reworking those 2 deals. And the Houston Texans will have to forfeit their original 5th-round draft pick in the upcoming NFL draft, and they were fined $175,000 for a salary cap violation involving their former quarterback Deshaun Watson. The Texans provided Watson compensation in the amount of $26,777 for a membership at an alternative gym in 2020. During the COVID pandemic, the Texans believe the payment didn't provide any salary cap advantage, and they view it as an accounting error, and a costly error at that.
So the draft is in April, right?
Yes.
And there are a lot of people making moves this afternoon.
Lots of people. Carolina traded up to get the #1 pick from the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
Today, so
that's going to start a domino effect.
It is indeed.
Yeah. Thanks, Larry.
We'll be right back.
All right, we're in the 70s right now, 77 officially here in San Antonio. Some patchy fog possible tomorrow morning before we see some more sunshine into the afternoon. Highs near 90, feel a little bit more like summer, and then we'll see some cooler air move in early next week after Sunday morning's cold front arrives, guys.
Thanks, Mia. Happening next week, we're going to begin our coverage of South by Southwest. We'll have everything covered from tech to music.
Yeah, we'll even hear from a San Antonio filmmaker and a local band if you can't make it out to the festival. We're going to be live streaming different events happening on our KSAT YouTube channel.
Super cool. Thanks for watching the News at 5.
World News up next. We'll see you back here at 6.